Good evening, you guys. Good evening, and welcome to the 200th episode of the Good News Sunday Show. My name is Sonia McCullough Lockridge, and I am your host. And I joy to come to you in this fashion. And today we have a special announcement. Actually, today we have a couple of special announcements. Number one, we have a special announcement about a new study that we are doing right here on the Good News Sunday Show each and every week for the balance of the calendar year. A whole completely new study. And number two, we are announcing that we have created a new channel. We have created a new channel for book studies. We have created a new channel for book studies, and the name of that channel is The First Cup. And I will link that channel below. So, our new study is titled The Importance of Prayer. The Importance of Prayer. So basically, it is a study, the importance of prayer study, which kind of is short for TIPS, T-I-P-S, the importance of prayer study. So I'm excited about it. We also, the importance of prayer study is going to last the balance of the calendar year, the entirety of this year, and it is going to focus on one man, basically one man, one author, and his name is T.W. Hunt. T.W. Hunt. T.W. Hunt is one of my favorite biblical teachers. And this particular book I have purchased 3 times. This is my 3rd copy. And in all actuality, this particular book is the inspiration for my Bible study guides. Well, no, not the Bible study guides. I'm sorry. This particular book is the inspiration piece for the prayer journals that my company creates. And the name of we currently have a winter prayer guide out, and it is titled Peace Through Prayer, I think. I can't exactly remember the name of my own prayer journal that I've published, but anyway, I will leave a link to it below, and you can download yourself a free copy and start using it tonight. You can download yourself a free copy, and you can use it tonight in a digital format, or you can print it off. And I am going to read to you the portion of this book that inspired the prayer journal. And T.W. Hunt is the writer that I first came in contact with 20 years ago upon moving to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I don't know if you know it or not, but I just moved back. I've been here only a short few months, and I was away for about 2 years, and I just moved back. So 20 years ago, I did a T.W. Hunt study with a pastor here in Murfreesboro at Key United Methodist Church. And the author of that study was none other than T.W. Hunt. So since I enjoy his work so much, I sought out more work by this man, who is, by the way, deceased. And I found this jewel of a book by T.W. Hunt. And so on page 124 of his book, he writes, "A time and a place." And I'm going to read the entirety of the portion of this text to you. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see. A time and a place. The whole concept of tabernacle and the temple and stated feast of the year supports the idea of establishing a regular time and place for our devotions. Although, of course, being governed by a new and better testament, we are never slaves to the idea that God is limited by any building, creed, or institution. It is, however, a fact that the greatest men and women of spiritual history have preferred the early mornings for their regular devotional exercises. The psalmist said, "In the morning, O Lord, thou wilt hear my voice in the morning. I will order my prayers to thee and eagerly watch." That's Psalms 5:3. In my home, this is TW speaking, in my home, the middle bedroom has become the prayer room. Several years ago, one of my classes at Southwestern Seminary gave me a kneeling altar, and I have found it to be very helpful. I have several friends who also own kneeling altars, and they also say they have been helpful. Since my wife agrees with me so strongly on the importance of prayer, we are having a kneeling altar made for our granddaughter's room as a gift for her profession of faith. Isn't that beautiful? We plan to do the same for our other grandchildren. Later, they will be able to use the altar in their weddings, if they marry, and it will become, in their adult life, a reminder of the importance of prayer in their lives. And here's where I come in. A prayer list may be helpful in covering all the areas for which we need to pray. The writer of Ecclesiastes advises, "Do not be hasty in word or impulsive in thought to bring up a matter in the presence of God." This is Ecclesiastes 5:3. Organizing our thoughts in prayer is one means of demonstrating and maintaining reverence. Hosea even suggested taking our repentance to God with the clarity of thought outwards. Take words with you and return to the Lord. Say to him, "Take away all iniquity and receive us graciously, that we may present the fruit of our lips." Hosea 14:2. A notebook for prayer. Needs and guidance is useful. I maintain a daily list, a group of people for whom I pray every day. These include all the members of my family, my pastor and staff, my daughter's pastor, several close friends, those in authority over me, and several other continuing concerns, which change from time to time, such as the writing of this book, 6 friends or students in my classes. Then after that, I turn to a weekly list. Each day of the week, I have a separate list of friends, concerns, conventions, agencies, agency officials, convention officers, missionaries, governments, and government officials for which I pray. Then I have a monthly list, so that each day of the month I will get around to other items of importance, but somewhat remote from my immediate situation. For many of these, I write out appropriate scriptures. For example, I have certain scriptures that apply to a Christian wife, and I often quote them to the Lord as I pray for my wife. And he goes on and shares more about his way of using his prayer list. In addition, it may be helpful to maintain a list of divine statements and promises that may be used in various prayer situations. Very encouraging to my faith has been a list of answered prayers. I neither write down every prayer nor every answer, but certain prayers and answers have proved to be so instructive that I record them so that the lessons will not be lost. The list goes back to 1943. So, this begins. Today begins. Or next Sunday, next Sunday, however, begins our study. The importance of prayer study. The importance of prayer study. I probably need to repeat it 8 or 9 times so it will stick in my own mind. but the importance of prayer study. And the inspiration for the importance of prayer study is T.W. Hunt and his work, The Doctrine of Prayer, which was first published in 1960. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. And in conjunction with that, we are using this prayer Bible, which I purchased for myself a few years ago, as a source of inspiration as well. So we will look up the verses that T.W. Hunt references in his book in this Crossway prayer Bible. And from time to time, we will share the prayers and the people, most of them dead. Dead people don't make mistakes. Okay? So we will, from time to time, read some of the prayers in this prayer Bible. And I was just going to share with you some of the notable folks whose prayers are shared within this Bible. Let me see if I can find that here. I saw it this morning. Okay, here we go. There's several people, and they're ancient, long ago dead, long ago dead. Whew, there's so many of them. Whew, let's just, Ambrose of Milan, Richard Baxter, Jane Austen, Thomas Beacon, Richard Brooke, John Calvin, Martin Luther, John Hunter, Samuel Johnson, Ann Judson, Henry Smith, Charles Spurgeon, Jeremy Taylor, George Whitefield, John Wesley. So those are just to name a few of the prayer works that by people that are within this prayer Bible, and we will share them from time to time as we embark on this year-long study of prayer, which has been a hope of mine for many years. And it's finally here, and I'm just so excited, so thrilled, so honored to come to you in this fashion. And we will also share the work of, let me see, I forgot his name. Let me just grab that, and I will share it with you. Ian Bounds. We will also be looking at some of the work of Ian Bounds in this prayer study. So yeah, it's going to be a long year, but we have a year to pray. We have a year to pray for whatever. And I hope and pray that we're thankful for the privilege to pray. And hopefully we will also learn about the posture of prayer as well. So this is Sonia McCullough Lockridge, looking forward to our study of the importance of prayer. And prayer is very important right now for our country, for our communities, for our churches, for our counties, for our classrooms. Prayer is extremely important right now. So, thank you so much. This is Sonia McCullough Lockridge signing out for the Good News Sunday Show. And The link to the first cup is below, where we are continuing our final days in the book, Rediscover Church. Thank you and have a blessed evening.